What is good, YouTube? Your boy is back from the dead just about. I'm still feeling pretty under the weather. I got very ill over Christmas, but we're starting to get there now, honestly. Got a little bit of a cold left, but we're gonna run through this +16 Shadowmoon burial grounds with you guys. One of the easier keys, which I'm sure we all know by now. I'm sure if you've inspected somebody on Raider.io when they join your or sign up for your key, sorry, Shadowmoon burial grounds is normally the only key that people have actually timed at a decent level so far, me now included with this. Well, actually that's not true. I timed a 18 knockout yesterday because I had a load of time off over Christmas while I was obviously under the weather, like you can probably hear now, but also obviously just celebrating the holidays with the family. But we're back now, we're ready to grind. But yeah, unfortunately I did miss out on that tyrannical week, so I was, you know, I was doing well in the first week. I had timed pretty much all the 15s and I was like ahead of the curve as in regards to my Raider.io score, and now your boy is back down the bottom because I missed out on a whole week of score, obviously getting that tyrannical or fortified, no it was, yeah, tyrannical score. I didn't get any of that last week, so gonna have to wait another week to finally catch up to everybody. But yeah, I really enjoy this dungeon, probably because it's one of the easiest ones, honestly. I didn't enjoy it too much at first when it was overtuned. But it's nice and quick, especially when you 3-chest it, like we do in this key just here. I didn't do the highest DPS. To be fair, actually, I remember this part when my pets weren't jumping down with me. This was doing my head in. I had to literally, yeah, dismiss them and then summon them again, which was very, very annoying. But yeah, normally I'm used to taking those skitterlings, one up the top and then one downstairs, but I guess it makes more sense if they do all just teleport downstairs to just run them all downstairs and just cleave them out this way. As you can see, I've got that Manic Grief torch on my bars. I got that from my vault last week. Here we go, speak of the devil. Does some pretty nutty DPS, to be fair, especially when you're pugging, let's say, because you seem to get a lot of deaths. Saying that, I don't think we actually got any deaths in this run, but yeah, normally you do get some good value out of that with pugs just dying to like random stuff. But yeah, where I really shine, if you want to say, in this key is on single target. These boys obviously I'm competing against the Fury Warrior and the Windwalker Monk, so in AoE scenarios it's going to be hard to compete with these boys, especially when it's still like a lowish key, like a 16. Once I start getting up to like the +20s, which will hopefully be soon, then we will be able to compete on AoE with these boys, just because BM, like specifically BM Hunter, has a lot of ramping. So you need to let the mobs live for a little bit so that you can get your 3 stacks of Frenzy up, get your Beast Cleave going, and then start kill commanding in the AoE sorry, scenario. As you can see, I'm still struggling a little bit. But yeah, single target is where I seem to do the business in this key. Just here. We're fighting, obviously, Blood Fury right now, so when she casts that Dark Eclipse ability, you want to go and find a moon on that inner circle, the like inner ring that I'm stood sort of close to here. They'll light up as moons, and you just go and stand on there, and it gives you a debuff. Dying, I might cut this out. Yeah, it gives you a debuff that allows you to actually take, I think is it like 90% or 95% less damage, so you do still take like a tiny little bit of damage, and then yeah, you just carry back on with the fight. She then summons adds that you have to kill before the ad actually gets to her, and also before she stops finishing her actual cast. Sorry, I'm just gonna have a drink because I am dying. Now that I haven't been talking or streaming or anything for a long old while, so I think my voice is trying to get used to it. But there we go. We got the first boss down. Obviously you can see I'm trailing a little bit behind on the overall here. This pack is kind of one of the more sketchy packs. There's a lot of casters in this pack, and to To be honest, you may even want to be taking Wailing Arrow, even as a Beast Mastery Hunter in this dungeon. I know I would definitely be taking it as marksmanship. But yeah, there's just a lot of casts going out. You definitely want to be kicking those Void Lashes that you can see there, the Rending Void Lashes, and also Domination as well. So you want to be making sure to kick all of those casts. But it seems like pretty much all of the mobs in these packs cast these abilities, so it is a lot of kicks going out. So obviously Wailing Arrow, the AoE silence right there would be very, very useful. But as you can see, we're topping the old DPS meter for once. Maybe the first time this dungeon. And then on the side here, you've got those little like runes, or those little like stones that spawn out these spirits. As a hunter, you can actually purge the shield that they have with your tranquilizing shot. This just allows you to kill the mobs quicker, and then they've got an ability called Death Blast that you definitely want to kick. Big old single target damage there if the cast do actually get off on your party. Again, same thing, just one of the main mobs, and then the two little smallies as well. You just want to be making sure to kick the Void Bolts, but the main prior on these mobs, I believe, is the Shadow Mend. I think it's these mobs that cast Shadow Mend. But yeah, these packs are pretty simple to deal with. Straight onto the boss. If you hug right here, then you can actually dodge those stones and not spawn any more of the Smalliads. On this boss, it's a pretty simple boss, to be fair. He's going to pull you all in if you're close enough and do a big AoE that you just want to jump out of. Void Blast, I'm guessing it's just a tank. Yeah, it looks like a tank frontal. But who knows, tank problems, eh? Not my problem. And then also he's going to spawn a spirit of you that you need to kill, but you need to make sure that you click the spirit as well after you kill your own spirit. He'll send you into like the Shadow Realm, and it'll do pulsing damage to you until you actually kill. Here we go, Soul Steal. Until you kill your spirit, as you see here. And then yeah, just make sure you actually click on your spirit to get back into this zone. And then yeah, you're just gonna keep on hammering the boss home. I thought I was about to lose my 3 stacks of frenzy, then didn't, because we're professionals here. And then yeah, this last little phase of the boss is, I think this ability here, he just spawns stuff around the room. Yeah, there you go. So that's easy to deal with, easy to dodge. So yeah, pretty simple boss all in all. My hunter's sitting around, I think 395 at the moment. I've got 2-piece. Fortunately, I haven't done too much raiding because I've been ill, and again, like I said, the holidays. But on my second kill of Razageth, we managed to get the bow, which is pretty pogchamp. So yeah, I've got the what is it called now, Tharax. So as you can see in the top right, I'm stacking up the attack speed buff that you get with the bow. Bear in mind with this, you have to be targeting the same mob for the buff not to reset. So like I just did then, yeah, I just reset because I swapped targets. I actually reset my stacks. It stacks up to 5 times, and then it will obviously stack up again from 0 whenever you change targets. So this is a big reason as to why I don't put my misdirect macro on my focus, because now I don't do it in this dungeon because I'm not too comfortable yet. But with putting the focus, when I'm wanting to kick something, say I was going to put triangle on my focus here to kick it, I wouldn't have to change target to actually kick the mob. So I could just keep on DPSing, keeping up the buff of my bow on my prio target, but still kicking the mob that I need to be kicking on my focus whenever I need to. So that is a nice little trick as to why I put my misdirect macro, I put the tank's name in it at the start of every key, which yes is annoying, but it's for this reason, so that I can actually keep up the buff of my bow. I love these little packs here where you get the Skitterflies. Unfortunately, the warrior just runs in, does 400k opening burst just there. But yeah, we don't catch up, but we hold our ground here. To be fair, I'm surprised we're out DPS in the monk right here. I guess maybe he didn't have any cooldowns, but yeah, it's always fun when you're dealing damage to like 20 plus mobs. I do apologise about all the coughing. I just want to get back into the content creation. My channel's been sitting there rotting away for the past, like, what is it, a week now? I don't know, but a week feels like a bloody year in content creation. I'm sure you guys have all been missing me. But yeah, on these mobs here, the corpse spiders, you just want to assign 2 kicks basically. They do a massive, I think it's a disease, or it might even be a curse, but that necrotic burst will put a dot on your whole party. In higher keys, that is going to kill you, that is going to wipe your group, that will kill everybody. No questions asked, that is a heavy dot that you definitely want to be kicking. And then yeah, you just want to deal with these carrion worms. They're pretty easy to deal with, just dodge the body slams on the floor here. Your tank will probably pull in the bats like he does here, I believe. Yeah, there we go. And then yeah, just deal with these. Kick the plague spits if you can. See, I just I swap target them for 1 second to try and kick the plague spit, and then my bow stacks reset straight away. I also have the controlled current technique trinket as well, so my attack speed is further increased even more with that, so I am getting some heavy attack speed at the moment. I know that the controlled current technique trinket is very good for BM Hunter. I'm playing a bit of both at the moment, bit of MM, bit of BM. However, I probably will end up more so playing BM once I've got 4 set. Even getting 2 set on BM was such a massive change. Getting a lot more resets on your barb shots feels very nice. God, I am dying, guys. I'm hopefully going to be streaming later today, or when I upload this video, I probably will already be live. We will see how the throat holds up after actually commentating on this key. But yeah, as you can see, no deaths so far. This boss is, it's just long and annoying, especially as BM. Your pets don't seem to do too well on this boss getting about, especially when he starts going under and like teleporting around. But it's just a bit of a slog of a fight, honestly. Especially, I can't imagine what this fight is like for melee. Must be pretty miserable, honestly. But that being said, it is an easy boss, so you do just get it done. I don't know if the play is to lust on this boss in higher keys or not, just because it takes so long. But I guess if melee don't have the proper uptime on it, then it probably doesn't really make that much sense. You can just hold it for last boss or something like that. But yeah, for this inhale ability, you just want to stand in these pools that he puts on the floor. It's going to do a little bit of damage to you. Don't worry too much about it. Your healer should be able to out heal it, but it's going to prevent you from actually being pulled in. You do want to try and deal with these adds that he spawns, but it's more of just like a healer check. If your healer can keep you guys up while these 2 adds are actually out, then you should be chilling. And you can kind of just cleave them down as he like teleports around the room. So that's a nice little trick there. But yeah, other than that, not much happens. It's pretty easy, especially as range, to deal with this fight. You just sit back, damage the boss, and then just stand in the pools or stand behind the pools at all times, and then you will be pulled into the pools. Yeah, and then just dodge the body slams again. Pretty simple here. But yeah, like I said, this key is just very straightforward. There's definitely going to be some mobs that are going to be big problems. For example, the last 2 mobs before the last boss that we're coming up to in a second, that do the void pulse ability. I don't know, there is going to get to a point where those mobs are just going to one-shot you. I don't know how we're going to be able to deal with that, because obviously they changed how that ability actually worked. I know you can line of sight the cast, so maybe it's going to be an LOS angle, but in like the 25s, 26s, 27s plus, I don't know how you're meant to survive those casts, because especially they do them like back to back when obviously it's 2 of them. Obviously we skipped the first one where it's like patrolling at the very start, so that's nice. Get the trinket going there. The trinket doesn't actually seem to do that much damage on AoE, even though I've heard it's a better trinket for like it performs better in AoE situations, because obviously it has the chance to do extra damage to enemies around it, but it never seems to do that much. It seems to just prop up my single target more, if anything. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if that's a Vesp skill issue, but yeah, I'm not actually too sure on that one. Yeah, so these mobs, what are they called? Void spawns. When they do the Void Pulse, obviously being a hunter, very scary for me. So that did, let's say, 55% of our health there. That one did that one did a little bit less, but yeah, once these keys start scaling higher and higher, that these Void Pulses are just going to hit infinitely harder. So I don't know how we're going to deal with them. It's going to be interesting, that is for sure, but I guess we will see. I don't think there's any way to actually skip these mobs, because obviously that wall's there. So I think once you kill them, the wall goes down at the back and then you can go to the last boss. But yeah, like I said, we'll have to see how people do that in the higher keys. Obviously I don't think Hunt is going to be meta anytime soon, maybe, but obviously rogues are going to have an easy time dealing with that. You just faint before everyone, or yeah, I'd imagine that's probably magic damage, so you would just cloak it as well if you need to, whereas Hunter's just going to be cycling through the one defensive cooldown that they have. Honestly, since getting a bit of gear, it does feel like I'm surviving more as a hunter, but I definitely am still like cycling through my defensive cooldowns. I've never felt this starved of cooldowns before, like on a defensive front anyway. So yeah, I've never used this. I've never used a health pot, I don't think, in previous expansions. I literally have to use them on cooldown as a hunter now. Obviously this run's been very smooth. We're about to 3 chest this here. That was a nice little scary malevolence just there. I'm probably going to cut out these coughs, by the way, so if you see a lot of cuts in this video, that's going to be why. But yeah, we're getting Ner'zhul down to 50% here. You just want to get away from those runes as fast as you can. I think it's pretty impossible to dodge any damage from them. Like, to be fair, I was a bit slow there. But yeah, you just want to try and get out as quick as you can. And I've seen on higher keys, people just running through the line of skeletons. Apparently the dot doesn't actually... It does some damage, but apparently it's worth it if your healer can keep up to just run through that line there. And just take the dot, but then you obviously don't have to deal with the ads at all, and you just carry on killing Ner'zhul. Maybe it's like a speedrun strat, I don't really know. Get that 3 chest in when they've been trying to 3 chest those like 21s, 22s, which is mental, by the way. But yeah, as you can see on the overall, we managed to hold our own against Fury Warrior and a Windwalker Monk. If I was MM, I would probably top the charts in this dungeon. We got a nice little bow at the end here with the with some leech on it too, so that's very nice. But yeah, if I was MM, I would have probably topped the charts. It's just that ramp that I struggled with on the BM Hunter. And then I'll show you quickly the overall damage as well. So a lot of kill command damage, a lot of barb shot damage, and a lot of beast cleave as well. But yeah, that's that key. We 3-chested the Shadowmoon Burial Grounds plus 16, as you just saw. Could have done a little bit more damage, to be fair, but if you like the video and want to see more commentaries like I've done today, hopefully without the coughing once I'm a little bit better, then feel free to like this video and also subscribe to your boy for more. And until next time, I'll catch you later.